I haven't been alive for that long, but my deep feeling is that ever since we have had computers in our hands, i.e., our cell phones, we've become a society that's more interested in what's going on inside our phone and less interested with what's going on outside of the phone. So we love seeing two people talk, such as a podcast, on our cellular device. We could watch that all day long. But if we're at a lecture and we're watching someone in person, we might not be so interested. We might fall asleep. We might not care as much. In the middle of the lecture, we might actually pull out our phone and start scrolling through Instagram, through YouTube, or even better yet, we might even turn on a podcast and listen to someone else give a lecture instead of the person that's right in front of us. It makes me wonder if the reason why people are less generous and less friendly now is simply because we care too much about what's going on inside of our cellular device. We care too much about social media. We care about, social perception, that we just ignore everyone and everything. We don't hold the door open for people. We don't really say nice things to people. We don't really do much nice things to people or for people. We're just to ourselves because we're all scrolling, doom scrolling on our phones. We have our headphones in. We're listening to music really loudly. We're not really paying attention to our surroundings. We're less involved with people outside, and we're more involved with the people inside of our cell phone. I see it more and more often. It's become so crazy that when I open the door, for example, for my wife, when we get into the car, it's like this extravagant thing. And I know that back then, guys used to do that all the time. It was like a regular thing. Like, if you go back to the 1900s, I'm sure you'll find so many instances that guys would just open the door for ladies, whether it was for the restaurant they were going into, whether it was for the chariot that awaited them. They would open the door. They would take care of their lady. They would show some sort of expressive love towards that lady, respect, interest, stuff of that nature. That's just one small example. Sometimes I get driven by my coworkers who are basically all women, and whenever they drive me, I go and I open their driver's side door, for example, and they're like, "Oh my God, my husband never does this. Oh my God, like no, the guys don't do this anymore. What's going on?" It's actually incredible. You see someone in a wheelchair who's struggling to get through a pathway. Instead of coming to help them out, you just ignore them. Once I was picked up by my wife from work, and I got into the driver's seat. We're driving towards our destination, and there's a red light, so I'm waiting, and there's a guy crossing the street with a like a carriage where he's like carrying produce and stuff like that. He literally tripped and fell. His entire carriage fell forward. He fell on top of his carriage. He hit his knee, hit his arms or whatever. Like he fell so hard, I could hear it. And my window was very lightly cracked and there was music playing. I quite literally like made sure there was no cars coming. I pulled up next to him, got out of my car, and there was one other bystander out of the dozens that were next to us. It was me and one other bystander who came and rescued this guy, this just random Jew that was just walking on the street. Or I think actually I'm lying. He was in his car as well. He was like, it was like a two-way street. So he was on the opposite lane. He got out of his car. I got out of my car. We both picked up this guy. He went over and we both like greeted each other and were like, "Hey man, good for you. I'm glad that you stopped." But there were so many people around us. They were watching. They did nothing. And I always wonder why. Why did we not all get together to help this guy out? Now, I'm not saying every single person on the block has to do that, but the point is that the sentiment hasn't really been there for so long. And so now, whenever bad things happen or situations occur where someone really needs help and someone does help them, it's like, "Oh my God, you're such a nice person. Oh my God, God bless you. Thank you so much. Nobody helped me out." And that, I think that's insane. We don't help each other? Really? What's wrong with us? Why would we not help someone? There are moments where like I'm running late to like a meeting, or I'm really in a bad spot. I know that I'm going to hit traffic right now and I'm running late and I just can't really do what I would love to do. And I would hope that someone else out there who has more time on their hands than me in that moment can help someone. And one example I can give is just recently in New York, we had a massive snowstorm. So what I did is on a different account, I posted a video of me being generous and literally cleaning out the car of the driver behind me. I don't know this guy. I don't know who he is. He doesn't know me. I just cleaned his car and I left. The next morning, I walked up to that area to get my car, and his car was no longer there. So I was grateful that I was able to help someone who clearly needed to use their car the very next day after the massive snowstorm. And I'm genuinely hoping that they opened, that they came up to their car and they were like, "Whoa, I can't believe someone cleaned my car. What's going on?" And I hope that their day went really well and that they were excited and that they were so grateful. And hopefully, my biggest hope actually by doing that, not only was my hope posting the video for people to want to do good for others as well, but I actually wanted this guy or woman, whoever was the driver, for them to do something really, really nice and go out of their way for someone else. And hopefully that would start a chain. And it started to make me realize that this is probably why a lot of philanthropy YouTube channels or people that are posting these kind of things are doing really well, is because they have a concept in their mind where they're trying to promote others to do good things as well. Every time I watch a MrBeast video, there's a person that just randomly wins $10,000, and there might be like two people there, or they might just win like $500,000 for a coin flip or just some weird thing that MrBeast does because he's MrBeast. And it's like a challenge between two people, and the money can change both these people's lives. Even half the money of the prize can change both these people's lives. And in my mind, I'm like, dude, you have a random, this is my mindset. You have a random stranger that's giving you money that you've never had before in your life. You are facing against one other person. You end up winning that money. My first instinct, genuinely, would be, hey man, I know this was a fair game. Let me share the money with you. Because guess what? This person is sharing money with me. Now, I would like to share it with you. And you will probably, hopefully, share it with someone else. And you can carry that, thing down for so long that you'll make, by the end of it, you'll make 100 people do something really good for someone else. And I don't mean just give away all that money, especially if you genuinely need it. All that I mean is that if you are receiving generosity from someone, why not give it to someone else? Hopefully, even in the exact same moment. Why don't people do that? I don't understand how people can watch someone else struggle and not want to help them out. And this comes back to the entire story with that snowstorm. After I did what I did, I kind of found it in me. I was like, I would love to carry around the shovel, and if I have a moment, to help someone out. And the very next day after that, I was going to an appointment, I believe. I don't really remember what was going on, but it was something pressing that I had to be at. And so, I got the family in the car, we're driving, and we're about to pull off. And in my left side mirror, I see there's an elderly man who's cleaning out, shoveling his car, and he's clearly struggling. He keeps stopping, he keeps holding his back, he keeps leaning on his car. He's not having a great time, and I feel so bad for him. And I hate the city even more for forcing people like this to clean up after themselves, when in reality, the city, with the millions of dollars that they make year over year, they make billions, I'm sure, in tax revenue. There's no reason and no excuse why they cannot clean the streets properly, that we don't have the proper technology to clean the streets. And there's elderly people and people that maybe have one limb or a missing limb or whatever the case may be. They just can't physically do the task. They just leave their car for like a month straight waiting for their car to be, relieved of all the snow that's on it. And I wanted so badly to help that guy. I just couldn't. And so I literally drove off and I was like, man, I would love to help you. And I said this out loud, but to myself. And I was like, hopefully someone else will see that you're struggling and hopefully they'll come. I don't know what ended up happening with that, but ultimately I am not almighty. I can't help everyone, right? And neither could you, neither could your friends. We can't help everyone. But if we help just one person at a time, maybe we'll make the world a better place. Maybe the next time that you help someone, the people won't react like, whoa, this never happens. I can't believe that you just helped us. Maybe it'll be like, oh my God, thank you so much, dude. I really appreciate that. And then that person will go and help the next person. And then you'll carry on and carry on. You see someone holding, bags and bags of groceries, and you're walking into literally the same building as them. Why wouldn't you open the door for them and hold it? Like, is it really that hard? Is it really taking something away from you? Are you losing money? Are you losing your livelihood from just not holding the door open? What's to say if you could just maybe take out, if you're like listening to headphones, maybe take out one headphone and maybe like pay attention to the world around you, because there are people that are less fortunate than you that you could help. And if you could help them, maybe God willing, one day they'll help others. Or maybe even better yet, maybe God willing, one day somebody will help you. I hope that you guys enjoyed today's video. Hopefully today was better than yesterday, and I will see you all in the next one. Take care, everyone.